Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Miss Cherry and today I'm still in pin jail. This is part 2 of my 2-part pin jail. I'm not proud of what I did, but I spent a lot of money on pins and we're all gonna look at them together and not have any regrets video. I really don't have any regrets. It's just, it feels like there's been a lot. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So today is my Little Mermaid haul. Now, I have purchased 4 grail pins. Like, I'm talking pins that are the most ultimate pins that I could ever purchase. There's only a few left out there that I feel like I really need to have for my Little Mermaid collection at this moment in time. Now, as they keep coming out with them, I'm sure that's going to change, right? But all good. So, are you guys ready to get into this video? I'm ready. I'm nervous and excited. I hope you guys love these pins. And there's a combo of fantasy pins, there's a combo of regular pins, LE pins, DHSS pins, fantasy pins, you name it. I got them in all different places. I'm gonna try to give you guys all of the information as to where I got them from. This particular pin that I'm going to start with is, oh, sorry, I gotta get my little pin board so I can show you. It's just so much easier to place these on a pin board to show you guys because it's really hard to get your camera to focus when your face is in the way. So here is an amazing Disney bird combination pin. Now, I know that this is a multitude of different movies. This is from Reimagined 528 or 518. Oh no, I'm never gonna remember that. I will link them down below. They are an Etsy shop. But you have Scuttle down at the bottom, and then Becky, and then Hey Hey and Kevin. These happen to be all of my most favorite Disney birds, but Scuttle obviously is my #1 from this pin. Gorgeous, love. I've been obsessed with fantasy pins lately. Like, it just, for some reason, I feel like fantasy pins get me. Okay, and then the next pin, I'm just gonna keep on the bird train, okay? We are gonna show you a Scuttle pin, and this is an LE of 900. This is part of the puzzle set, which I unfortunately didn't get when it first came out. They went quickly, and it was extremely expensive to get them, but I've been lucky enough to get a couple of them, and Scuttle happens to be one of them. I just think that Scuttle is such a silly character, and I love how confident he is, even though he's 100% wrong about everything he tells Ariel. Just such a unique and fun character. And I really like that he's got a dingle hopper. I have such a special place in my heart for all pins or merchandise or you name it, artwork that has dingle hoppers in it. Like, I don't know why, but like that just screams Little Mermaid to me, and I love it. Next, we're gonna go into daddy pins. Okay, so this first daddy pin is a Father's Day pin, very fitting. Father's Day 2015 pin. It is a limited edition of 2000, not very limited. That's okay, still daddy though. It's got Ariel, it's got daddy. Daddy's tail is a 3D element. Great touch. One of my favorite pin elements. Above their heads is actually a very small stained glass element. And it says Happy Father's Day 2015. So this is actually a pin that I got from the Disney Chris auction. Again, I'll link their information below. It was really reasonably priced, and I'm trying to increase my daddy collection. So love this pin. And I'm so glad that I am adding it to my collection. And speaking of daddy, I got another daddy pin. Two daddy pins in one video. We have the puzzle piece. Oh, daddy. Very. I just snorted, did you hear that? Daddy pin. Ah, such a flattering angle. Okay. I'm like right on the edge of my chair, like trying to get as close to my camera as possible, so that's why I look kind of funny. So this pin, Ellie of 900, part of the Disney puzzle collection from the Little Mermaid. And look at his stern face in this pin. He's got his trident, and the background is this really beautiful shimmery two-toned teal color. And I just really, really like this pin, obviously because I bought it, but I hope to slowly collect this puzzle set. And you guys will probably understand if you buy pins. I feel like there was a lot of hype. Like right now there's a lot of hype with the Cinderella puzzle set. There was a lot of hype with the Little Mermaid, and like it's like a year later and they're starting to become cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So I'm trying to be really patient so I can get this entire set, and I'm okay with waiting. We got plenty of time, hopefully. We have plenty of time. And so I really hope to complete this set. That's one of my goals. These are the only 2 puzzle pieces I have. But there's nothing wrong with that. The next category we're gonna go into is we're gonna go into Ursula pins, which I got some pretty awesome Ursula pins these last couple of months. So this is an LE of 3000. It's from Pin Trading from 2015. This pin is beautiful. It's from their it's from a Villains collection. And it's gunmetal, and then it's got flotsam and jetsam on there, and it's got a V for Villains and 2 rhinestones at the top. And as you can see behind Ursula, it's got this really nice teal detail, and she's looking so evil there. Great pin. Great pin. Okay, moving on. The next Ursula pin I have is a Villains pin from Disneyland Paris, and this is an open edition pin. And I believe it's from 2018. Let me get it off the backer card and confirm that for you guys. Yes, it is from 2018, open edition. Now, the thing I like about this pin is that you just don't see this angle, nor do you see that facial expression. Look how disgusted she is. And she's kind of cradling her shell necklace where Ariel's voice is stored. And there was just something about this pin that really drew me to it. It's just a really unique, although I know it's open edition, so it's not technically unique, but I feel like it's unique looking. And that's what really drew me to this pin. The next Ursula pin is hands down my favorite pin from the Ursula pins that I have, even the ones that I already have, if that makes sense. So overall, my new most favorite Ursula pin, it's an LE of 3000. It's from 2014. And as you guys know, I love Halloween. This is a Halloween pin. It's a Halloween pin from 2014. It says, all tricks, no treats, and you'll see why I love it. So you have Ursula there with flotsam and jetsam, but look what they are dressed up as. They are dressed up as Flounder and Sebastian, and I just thought that was so hilarious. And also, the cauldron that she has in front of her is full of candy. And I just thought the details of this pin were right on track, and I was really glad. This was a Disney Chris. I'm sorry, the last few have been from the Disney Chris auction. I'm not sure if I mentioned that the last couple, but all of the Ursula pins that I got were from that Disney Chris auction. They had a significant amount of Little Mermaid pins, and I went a little crazy. The next Little Mermaid pin is a little bit odd. I don't love it, but I felt like I really needed it because of the glitter elements in it, and I hope that you guys can see why. This is a it's a Disney artist collection. I believe it's from France. And it was a big collection that they came out with where it was like every week they released a new pin, I believe. And here it is. It is Ariel, and the waves are crashing behind her. But look at the glitter details of that pin. I don't typically love pins that have a different variation on artistry with characters, but there was something that kind of drew me to this pin. I also really like how the shape of this pin looks like the ride vehicle. So that just reminded me a little bit of the parks, and I went ahead and purchased it because it seemed like it needed to go home with me. We are getting so close, guys, to like the big, exciting pins. We have another couple of small pins. This is a Disneyland Paris pin, an LE of 600. It was from 2014. And what I love about this pin, it's got Flounder Sebastian and Ariel. Sebastian is holding up a palm leaf to shade Ariel from the sun. And it says established in 2014. And look at her fins. They're beautifully detailed in glitter, and she's up on the rock where she sings. And I just really thought this pin was really nice and unique. Now I have an Eric and Ariel pin that is Disney Hollywood Studio Store. And this pin is an LE of 300, and oh, it is beautiful. It has A plus E in a beautiful shimmery red heart. And then there is a nice seashell detail, and then look at Prince Eric and Ariel in this pin. I just think it's immaculate. I love Ariel. She's my favorite when she's in that blue peasant dress. I absolutely love this pin. And I love pins that are with her and Eric together. I just think it's so fun. I have another Disney Studio Store Hollywood pin coming up right now. It is a pin that is a hinge element. This one also is an LE, obviously. It is an LE of 400. Woo! That's a low LE. So it is a golden seashell. When you open it up, it has Eric and Ariel in their wedding attire, looking so beautiful. Look at those puffy sleeves. Yes, queen. Puffy sleeves, obviously with Eric's boat in the background, or in the forefront, I should say, excuse me. But again, I love when there's pins of them together. So wonderful. I have one more Disney Studio Store Hollywood pin left before we head into all fantasy pins / grail pins. This one is where she's sitting on the film reels. I'm sure you guys have seen this. I really, really like this pin, again, because she's in her blue dress, my most favorite of her outfits. She's sitting on film reels. This is one of their typical pins that they sell, or styles that they sell, with that beautiful large baby blue bow. And I just really think that she looks very beautiful in this image of her. And this has actually been on my list for quite a while. I've really wanted this pin for quite a while, so I'm really excited to add, I'm really glad to add this to my collection. Just get it done with. So, this is called a Princess in the Park pin. And if you guys have watched my channel for a while or know me, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know that one of my most favorite snacks from Disney is a pretzel with cheese, and my most favorite princess is Ariel. So look what they made. This is the Happiest Pins on Earth design. Now, mind you guys, this is like 4 inches. The other amazing part about this pin is she's wearing a Spirit jersey. Yes, she's wearing a Spirit jersey, which makes me so happy. Obviously one of my most favorite things to get from Disney. Her ears also have a glitter detail, and so does the D on her Spirit jersey. And then in the background, look at all those amazing and beautiful Mickey balloons. You guys know how I feel about balloons. And my girl is eating a Mickey pretzel. Guys, like this pin, this is me in the parks. That is me in the parks. I just fell in love with this pin. Such good quality, such a large pin. I mean, look at this is my hand for scale. Like, it's crazy. Oh, obsessed. Okay, so then I'm gonna go to Disney Aces. So Disney Aces, again, I will link them down below. They're the ones that had that, if you guys watched my part 1 video, these stunning silhouettes of Stitch. And they have a line of princesses that they are calling the Dole Whip Darlings. And it is the princesses with Dole Whip in kind of their own unique way. So Miss Ariel has her Dole Whip in a seashell. Like, how clever is that? She's got a beautiful starfish detail. She's in her nice green dress, and I just thought that this was a really neat mashup pin, because anything that we can associate with the parks and also to our favorite Disney movies makes me so happy. So this is a great addition to my collection. Also, the background of that pin is like white iridescent, and I live for that. Like, that is my aesthetic. Okay, you guys, I have 4 pins left. They are all incredible pins. They are all Acme pins, and they are all limited edition, and they are out of this world. So I hope you guys absolutely love these pins, and I'm so excited to share it with you. A couple of these are new releases, so this one I'm going to show you next is a new release. They did a 6-pin series on Ariel, and this did come with a certificate of authenticity because these pins are very, very sought after. It says, produced under license from Walt Disney Art Classics, Acme Archives Limited published the limited edition 2017 in Burbank. So they do have the authority to make these pins with Disney characters, which I love. And again, this pin is about the size of my palm. I'm going to stand up so I can show you the detail and make sure that you all can see the details of this pin. So, some of the things I love about this pin, I mean, number one, it is insanely gorgeous. I love the detail of Prince Eric's ship in the background. And then you also have Ariel holding a flower, and all of those flowers kind of floating in the beautiful, beautiful water. It's almost like she's out exploring at the shore again, which Daddy gets so angry about. Anyway, the other beautiful thing is, look at the sea. Like, it's a shimmer detail, but it's also kind of inset, so it looks almost like a stained glass element. If I can tilt it, you can kind of see where there are some larger poking out details, like kind of like where her body is, where that island is, etc., where it really looks like a really nice 3D element. This pin was $50. It was from the Disney Crisp pin auctions. The next pin I'm going to show you is from my friend Enchanted Rita. I will list her YouTube channel down below. She actually lives in Southern California, and she went to an Acme pin event recently and showed me this pin and was like, girl, do you want this pin? And I said, heck yeah! Rita's been so amazing and like so thoughtful. So thank you, Rita. I really appreciate you going and you know, getting this for me. It was really, really sweet of you. She actually went and purchased it for me, and it was during, we had a big earthquake, and so I was having difficulty getting cell reception, and she was so patient with me, and so thank you, Rita. I'm so appreciative. I couldn't get cell phone reception. I'm like, yes, buy it. She's like, do you want me to buy it? I'm like, I'm texting you, but it's not going through. It was so awful. I felt so bad, but I do really appreciate you doing this. This was a $50 pin, and it is incredibly beautiful. You guys are going to love, love, love this pin. Again, Acme with their details. This pin is immaculate. Okay. Let's start with Ariel's tail. So her tail is glitter detail. The thing about Acme pins is they have killed it with the facial expressions. Like sometimes with pins you lose detail. It's difficult to get those little details like the eyebrows, the lips, etc. just perfect. And my goodness, how they hit it out of the park with these pins. It's insane. And look at Flounder's expression. He's looking at Ariel so happy, and this pin is just everything. I love it so much. The other thing is it's got Atlantica in the background in a gold detailed element, and just the composition of this pin I think is really well balanced, and I'm very pleased with the backing of it. As I move, you can kind of see the shimmer detail in the background of this pin, and it is so incredibly beautiful. I'm just so impressed with these pins. It makes me want to buy more Acme pins because they are immaculate. It's one thing to see them like on screen, but in person you're just like, what? That is insane. It makes all of my other pins look like crap. Like, no joke. You guys will have to let me know down below if you've gotten any of these fantasy pins, because this is kind of a new realm for me and I'm kind of loving it. But also I think it's gonna be an expensive habit. So earlier in this video I told you guys I'm a big fan of dingle hoppers, like a real big fan. So you'll understand why I bought this pin. Another Acme pin, just so you guys are aware. And the beauty in this pin is next level. Again, jumbo pin. This is about the size. It's a little bit bigger than my palm. Can you even believe this is a pin? Like, let's just take it in for a moment. It's immaculate. Like, there's no other way to describe it. Again, there's that background with the blue teal details. Her hair is ridiculous. Look at all of the wisps and details. And I just think that they captured her spirit so well. The details in her face are absolutely perfect, and I could not love this pin more. This is my second favorite pin that I purchased that's an Acme pin. It's stolen my heart. Like, I love this pin. We're gonna talk about the ultimate pin now. This is the pin that I originally went to pin jail for. Hashtag worth it. So I put myself in pin jail for a few moments after I bought this pin. This is the pin I bought for myself about a month ago, and it was a birthday present to myself. It was like, okay, I knew this existed. I saw it come up as an opportunity to purchase, and I couldn't say no. I couldn't say no because it is, I swear, made for me. It's immaculate, and it's something that I never thought I would have in my pin collection. Also massive, it's bigger than my hand. It's the Eric and Ariel dancing pin. When I saw this, I was like, that's not real. And then I realized that it was within reach and within what I could afford, and there was absolutely no question. I was like, I must have this pin. The detail in their faces and the detail in their outfits, I mean, Acme just knocked it out of the park with this one. And you barely ever see Eric represented in pins, and so to me, it was one of those items that I absolutely had to have. So it looks as though he's in his wedding attire and she's in her green dress, or and then it's got on the background that beautiful teal and blue detail that were in the other Acme pins that I really liked, but now it's represented in this pin as well. And I just think this pin is absolutely stunning, and it will be the center of my pin board, no question. I would really like to have a couple of themed pin boards. I would like to have Ariel in her mermaid form. I would also like to have Ariel and Eric specific pins. And then I would like to have a villain section, etc. Because I like to have a lot of small pin boards. It's just kind of the style that I like to have. Considering how big these are, they might have to be a little bit bigger now. See, here's my face, here's the pin. And so there is that. I haven't not figured out how I'm going to display these, but in a future video, I would like to show you guys exactly what I have done with this pin collection. So you guys are gonna have to let me know down below what you thought of this pin video. I know it was so many pins and it was a lot to get through, so thank you so much if you made it this far. I appreciate you guys so much. Let me know down below what your favorite pin is. Also, let me know if you guys have any Acme pins. I'm very curious to see what kind of Acme or fantasy pins that you guys have in your collections. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe down below. And guys, it's time for another Christmas story. Thanks for hanging out with me with another day of Vlogmas. TTFN, bye! Thank you for tuning in to another day of Vlogmas. Today's story, Ghosts of Christmas Past, featuring characters from Tangled. It should have been a joyous time. It was Rapunzel's first Christmas since coming home to Corona. But Rapunzel was not ready for a happy holiday. No way, she said. I refuse to celebrate Christmas. I had enough of it in the tower, and now I'd like to forget it even exists. What? Why? Cried Eugene. Rapunzel shuddered at the memories of Christmases with Mother Gothel. It's terrifying, she explained. All of the scary songs, the eerie stories of Nicholas, the ghostly Christmas elf. Eugene looked at Rapunzel in disbelief. It was clear Mother Gothel had made Christmas sound frightening, to make Rapunzel afraid of the world. Eugene couldn't wait to show her what Christmas was really about. Come on, he said as he took Rapunzel outside. Now, does this seem like a spooky holiday to you? In the courtyard, there were children singing Christmas carols and townfolk decorating an enormous Christmas tree. Rapunzel looked at the tree confused. You'll need a lot of more charms if you want to scare away the ghostly Christmas elf. Eugene laughed. Those are ornaments, he said. They're meant to make the tree look pretty. Later, Eugene read Rapunzel a book about St. Nicholas. See, he isn't ghostly. Eugene showed Rapunzel drawings of a smiling, bearded man. He actually looked quite jolly. Rapunzel's face lit up. To think all of those Christmases she'd been afraid. Now she knew what she had been missing. We have so much work to do, she said. For weeks, Rapunzel lived and breathed Christmas. In the castle kitchen, she helped bake dozens and dozens of Christmas cookies. She learned every word to every Christmas carol she had never heard before. She decked every undecked inch of the halls with garlands and ribbon, and for the first time, she made a beautiful, not spooky, Christmas ornament. By the time Christmas Eve arrived, Rapunzel was exhausted but happy. Rapunzel's father, the king, proposed a toast. For years, our hearts have not felt whole. He smiled at Rapunzel. The queen raised her glass and added, but now, for the first time, this holiday is a joyful one for all of us. Surrounded by her warm and loving family, Rapunzel could not imagine a better Christmas. Thank you for all of this, she told Eugene. He smiled. After all those spooky, sleepless Christmas Eves in the tower, Rapunzel had certainly earned a peaceful holiday, and there would be many more just like it. I hope you enjoyed today's story and tune in tomorrow for the next installment of Vlogmas. TTFN, bye!